Well, good Thursday morning. What a week we're having, aren't we? Oh, man. Stories resonate with us because they touch both the head and the heart. And that is really the case today. In many ways, today is my favorite show of the week. It talks about an absolute miracle that happened in her life, and it involved Reese. I think that's spelled Reese, and that's her daughter. And what a miracle that saved Reese's life. And there are also a couple of lessons in this part of Bridgette. Did I even say who's speaking? Bridgette Cameron Ridenour, the sister of Kirk Cameron and Candace Cameron. And so she has a real story because she was right there when they were able to get into Hollywood and doing TV series, and now involved with Christian movies mostly, and other movies. She mentions and how you're going to see how God's sovereignty, how God knew better than her. And she explains that so well. But I just love the story that on today's show. All I can say is get you some Kleenex. You're going to need it. Okay? So let's jump right back in to this amazing talk.
And I went to a specialist, and he looked at me and he said, "You were carrying twins." And he showed me the monitor of a beautiful heartbeat and an empty sac. He said, "You must have miscarried one of them at home." Well, I went on to have a full-term pregnancy, and my daughter Reese was born in 2006. She just turned 17. When Reese was about 4 or 5 years old, she and I were in my room. She was sitting on my lap. And out of the clear blue, she looked at me. Just one day, looked at me. And she said, "Mommy, do I have a sister?" And I was like, why do you ask me that? She said, "Mommy, there's a little girl that comes to me in my dreams, and she wants to play, and she wants to talk to me, and she looks just like me." And I said, "Do you see her a lot?" She said, "I see her all the time." And then there's my son, Everett. Everett's here today. Everett has the heart of a young man that is just something extraordinary. And one day my husband and I came home from lunch, and we walked into our house, and there was a brand new stainless steel refrigerator in our house. And this was during Christmas time, and there was a red bow on it. And Everett goes, "Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad." I was like, "Everett, this is from you?" And he goes, "Yeah." Everett got his very first job working as a coffee barista. And he worked all the time. Any shift that they needed covered, anytime, anything, he worked so incredibly hard. Now, ladies, my son Everett has never had coffee in his life. I don't know how to make a coffee drink. But the fact that he's now a barista, I'm like, wow, but he just worked so incredibly hard. And he said, "Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad." I said, "Everett," he said, "I know you and Dad have been wanting to redo the inside of the house, and I'm just getting you started." And I went, "Oh my gosh," I said, "But Everett," I said, "this must have wiped out your bank account." He goes, "Yeah, it did. It did. But it's okay, because I'm just going to work really, really, really hard to build that bank account up again." He said, "Merry Christmas." then ladies, one day it hit me that maybe if I was pursuing my dreams of being a performer, an actress, a dancer, traveling, I would have missed all of these important moments in my life. All of the details, all the treasured details of motherhood. I would not have been home to build these bonds with my kids. And maybe God's plans for my life were better than my plans, and I realized that God did give me gifts along the way. He gave me all the opportunities to use my gifts in ways that didn't compromise all the other gifts and blessings in my life. When I graduated high school, I didn't do that great in school either, so maybe that's where Cameron gets it from. But when I graduated high school, there was an opportunity for me to work on the show Full House as a stand-in. A stand-in is an adult who comes in and rehearses for the child actors while they're in school. So I got to be on a set every day. I got to work with the camera people and the producers and the writers and the directors. And I got to work on the show Full House for 6 years. And when Full House was done, I went over to the show Home Improvement. I worked on the show Home Improvement for 4 years. And then I got to travel and work with other child actors on commercials and movies and things like that. And when I graduated high school, I went on to have over a 25-year career in the entertainment industry as a stand-in. It was amazing. And then several years ago, my brother Kirk calls me and says, "Bridge, I'm doing a Christmas movie. And in this movie, there's a girl who plays my sister, and I want you, my real sister, to play my sister in the movie." And I said, "Yes, of course." So I got to do Saving Christmas with my brother Kirk. Yeah. So I got to be on the big screen, and I got to work every day with him, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. But one of my most favorite memories is when my sister Candace was on Dancing with the Stars. I was like, okay, I need to do that. I've never done ballroom in my life. I've done everything else, but I never did ballroom. So I was like, I gotta do ballroom dancing. So I took some classes. I found a studio in Palm Springs, and I took some classes. And after my first class, the teacher said, "There's a local competition in 3 months, and I want you to compete." And I said, "You're crazy." He said, no, you can do it. So in 3 months, I learned the tango, the waltz, the cha-cha, the samba, the everything. And I competed in my first local competition, Dancing with Our Stars. In that competition. So super fun. There we go. Super fun. But by God saying no and closing all of those doors, that was Him taking care of me. See, the problem was I wanted God to fulfill the plans that I had for me, when it's actually what God wants for my life. He writes a better story than we do. And I'm seeing my life differently through the promises of God, and I'm excited because I'm ready for the next chapter of my story. God is reminding me that the most important part of the story isn't what didn't happen. It's what's happening right now. Because this is the story that He is writing for me. And I don't want to miss a single moment of it, because I am here today talking to all of you ladies, because this is part of God's story.
And I won't worry about tomorrow.